In a world screaming for your attention, there's a quiet whisper within, calling you back to your true self. What if the peace you desperately seek isn't found outside, but hidden deep within your soul? Today, we unlock 20 timeless spiritual insights that will help you reconnect with the divine, transform your inner world, and find profound meaning in every moment. If you're ready to quiet the noise and awaken your spirit, this journey begins now. Spirituality is not a destination, but a continuous journey of returning to your true self. We often get lost in the noise of the external world, forgetting that the peace we seek is already residing within our souls. When you quiet your mind, you begin to hear the whispers of the divine guiding your every step. True enlightenment is realizing that you are not a human being having a spiritual experience, but a spiritual being having a human experience. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be, even when the path ahead is shrouded in darkness. It is the unwavering belief that there is a higher power working in your favor, turning every obstacle into a stepping stone. Trusting the divine plan requires letting go of the need to control every outcome and allowing grace to lead the way. Your strength is not measured by your certainty, but by your courage to keep walking in faith. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to the energy you radiate and the intentions you set. When you align your vibration with the frequency of love and gratitude, you become a magnet for miracles and abundance. Every thought you think is a prayer, and every action you take is an offering to the creative force of life. To change your reality, you must first change the spiritual atmosphere of your internal world. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of spiritual liberation, freeing you from the heavy chains of resentment and past pain. It is not about condoning someone else's behavior, but about choosing your own peace over the desire for retribution. When you release the need to hold on to a grudge, you create space for healing and divine light to enter your heart. Mastery of the spirit begins with the realization that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Gratitude is the highest form of prayer and the fastest way to align yourself with the blessings of the divine. When you focus on what you have, the universe expands your capacity to receive even more of life's goodness. It is easy to be thankful for the big wins, but the true spiritual test is being grateful for the small, quiet moments of grace. A grateful heart is a fertile ground where peace, joy, and spiritual wisdom can grow without limits. Patience is not merely the ability to wait, but the spiritual strength to maintain a positive attitude while the divine timing unfolds. We often rush through life, demanding answers, while the universe is teaching us the lessons we need for the next season. Trusting in the timing of your life means believing that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you is never yours to keep. Divine delays are often divine protections from paths that would lead you astray. Prayer is the conversation you have with the divine, while meditation is the art of listening to the answers that follow. In the stillness of your heart, the secrets of the universe are revealed to those who are willing to be quiet. You do not need grand words or complex rituals to connect with the source. You only need a sincere heart and a willing spirit. The most powerful prayers are often the simplest ones, whispered in the depths of total surrender. Your soul is an eternal spark of the divine, untainted by the struggles and labels of the physical world. No matter how many mistakes you have made or how far you feel you have fallen, your essence remains pure and worthy of love. Redemption is always available to those who seek it with an honest heart and a desire to walk in the light. You are a masterpiece in progress, being shaped by the hands of a creator who never makes mistakes. Suffering is often the catalyst for spiritual awakening, breaking the ego so that the light of the soul can finally shine through. It is in our darkest moments that we are forced to look upward and seek a strength that is greater than our own. While pain is a part of the human condition, suffering is often our resistance to the lessons that pain is trying to teach us. When you stop fighting the process, you start flowing with the divine rhythm of transformation. The ego seeks to separate and compete, but the spirit knows that we are all interconnected parts of a single, divine tapestry. When you hurt another, you are essentially hurting yourself, for there is no other in the eyes of the Creator. Compassion is the bridge that allows us to see the divine reflection in every person we meet, regardless of their background or beliefs. To live spiritually is to recognize that love is the only true language of the soul. Abundance is your natural spiritual birthright, but it can only flow into your life when you release the mindset of scarcity and fear. The universe is infinite, and there is more than enough grace, love, and prosperity for everyone to thrive. When you celebrate the success of others, you signal to the divine that you are ready for your own blessings to arrive. Trust that the source of all things is limitless, and your needs will always be met in miraculous ways. True service is the highest expression of spiritual growth, as it moves the focus from self to the well-being of the collective. When you help another soul find their way, you are simultaneously lighting your own path toward enlightenment. The divine works through human hands, and your kindness could be the answer to someone else's desperate prayer. To be a vessel for light, you must be willing to pour yourself out for the benefit of those around you. Solitude is the sacred space where the soul goes to recharge and reconnect with its divine origin. In a world that fears being alone, the spiritual seeker finds strength in the silence and wisdom in the isolation. It is away from the influence of the crowd that you can truly hear your own intuition and the voice of the divine. Do not fear the quiet moments. They are the opportunities for your spirit to breathe and expand. Surrender is not giving up. It is the act of getting out of your own way so that the divine can work through you. It is the ultimate test of trust, letting go of the steering wheel and believing that the universe knows the best route. When you stop fighting against the current of your life, you find that the water carries you exactly where you need to be. Peace comes the moment you say, "Not my will, but thy will be done." Every encounter in your life is a spiritual assignment designed to teach you love, patience, or self-awareness. There are no accidents in the divine order, only opportunities for the soul to evolve and grow closer to the truth. Even the most difficult people in your life are often your greatest teachers, reflecting back the parts of yourself that still need healing. Approach every situation with the question, what is my soul meant to learn from this? Material possessions can clothe the body, but only spiritual nourishment can feed the hunger of the human soul. We spend our lives accumulating things that will eventually turn to dust, while neglecting the eternal treasures of character and wisdom. A life focused solely on the physical is a life half-lived, missing the profound beauty of the unseen world. Invest your time in things that have eternal value, love, kindness, and spiritual understanding. The path of the Spirit is often a lonely one, as it requires you to walk away from the common beliefs and distractions of the world. Seeking the truth often means standing alone in your convictions, even when you are misunderstood by those closest to you. However, You are never truly alone, for the entire celestial host walks with those who seek the light. Your integrity is your greatest spiritual currency. Never trade it for the temporary approval of others. Wisdom is the integration of knowledge and experience through the lens of spiritual discernment. It is the ability to see the divine hand in both the sunshine and the rain, knowing that both are necessary for growth. A wise person does not react to the storms of life with fear, but responds with a deep, internal stability that comes from faith. To be wise is to know that everything is working together for your ultimate spiritual good. Miracles are not violations of natural laws, but the operation of higher spiritual laws that we are just beginning to understand. When you live in a state of high vibration and deep faith, the impossible becomes a daily reality. The divine is not limited by human logic or physical boundaries. It is only limited by our lack of belief. Open your mind to the infinite possibilities of the Spirit, and you will witness the extraordinary in the ordinary. At the end of your journey, the only thing that will truly matter is how much love you gave and how much light you brought into the world. Your spiritual legacy is not written in stone or gold, but in the hearts of the people you touched and the souls you helped. We are all walking each other home, and the goal of life is to arrive at the finish line with a spirit that is lighter and brighter than when we started. Walk in love, live in light.